There we go. Welcome to another Sunday edition for all you gaming addicts out there. Uh, please don't take our advice. This is all, mentioned. So hopefully you guys are having a good Sunday. It's an interesting weekend there for us. However, we are here. And we welcome you guys to our little bit of dysfunction that we do every Sunday. Right, Ashley? Somewhat.
Always.
Mm-hmm. Our goal this week was to try to
Get a game in.
That kind of fell through. No matter what we did, we just ended up not having the time. So, hey, Charles, how are you? Charles is there. Ash, share that with Mom, will you? How are you doing, Charles? Charles orders some interesting things lately, so you guys should check his channel out. He's got some pretty good videos. Hopefully it's a sunny day in California, man. So far out here, it's not too bad. It's a little overcast, a couple of splashes of rain here or there, but overall, a not bad day at all. What is that? Oh, it wants me to click on something here. Hold on. Oh. All righty. Don't need to do that. But anywho, that's that. We don't have a whole lot of exciting news. Hopefully you liked your tank there, Charles. And for a dice tower, give us some updates down the road. Let us know if it works for you as well as it worked for us. We actually liked using it. What are you doing over here? Poor Ashley's over here. You just can't see her.
I'm here.
I think normally because the camera's tipped a different angle. There it is.
Sorry, I'm here.
Yeah. There you go. So, whoopee. I don't know, man. No more money to spend, so we didn't get any new things. Just pretty much kind of. You think Charles thinks he's got Legions, the great game, figured out? Oh. Well, if you can get it figured out, that'd be cool. Some of the games are a little bit to try to figure out. Oh, yeah. Put a lip under it. That'd work. Oh, that was my next question. You just answered for me. Did you like pretty good, huh? We did a lot of research, Charles. When I mean a lot of research, I mean a lot. Mondays, a lot of people can do this. You can but you got to look and make sure you get good coffee. And ours is one of the companies that when you order it, then they roast it, grind it, or whatever, and ship it. So it's not sitting around. So like we drink our own coffee too quite a bit. So we tried the half caffeine one we got, which that's pretty good too. So otherwise we drink a lot of the Cowboy blend.
I'd say the Cowboy blend's our favorite.
So as long as you like it, it's pretty good stuff. And thank you.
Scott got the whiskey barrel. Said he absolutely loved that one.
And with the tank, I found if I don't drop it too hard on it, although putting a stop, it was just kind of one of those interesting pieces. Have any that were a tank, so it actually rolled pretty well anyway. It's just going through.
Looking because we're out of coffee.
Oh, we're not out.
Bring it back.
Yeah, we're not out it. I had it back here. There's day when I get paid, I'll have to order some more though. But yeah, it's pretty good stuff. So far we're happy with it. And hopefully other people will be.
I think we should try the breakfast blend one. That one we haven't done.
You can try that. It's just going to be a mild.
So light roasted.
That's a very mild blend. You can try that one too. She's just getting my order set up, so when I get paid Tuesday, I can order some more.
I want this one, the Breakfast Blend Plus. You wouldn't be able to drink it.
Why?
Because it's got extra caffeine.
Oh,
it's the Breakfast Blend, but extra caffeine.
Drink.
Basically, House Blend plus extra.
Well, hello, Mr. Thompson. How are you, sir? We're just sitting here chit-chatting with Charles. Welcome to therapy session where we don't ask you to advice. We're just functional and addicted to gaming. All we can do is encourage you on your journey on gaming.
So yeah, encourage everyone.
Yeah. There's a lot of hobbies in the world, and everything is expensive. But at least the stuff that we're into and all these other channels, at least it's safe. You know, I mean, it's not. Well, you could get hurt, I guess, snipping things off screws, I guess, but generally it's pretty low risk. You're hot on your coffee. Cool. What coffee do you drink, Tom? I mean, we drink coffee. It's just part of my life. It's my addiction, you know. Don't want to tip it too far because don't want to sweat. And all sorts of out there as far as that goes. But I'm doing good, man. Our week wasn't anything out of the ordinary other than work. We did go to a
my first base.
Actually, he's never been to one, and that's been a long time since I've been. Hey, oh, what did he say? Espresso. Ooh, yeah, like stay awake for 3 days kind of thing.
Sounds good, but other than the coconut.
Yeah. Strong coffee. Are we buffering bad? There's stormy weather around us in the area. Not right. It could affect it. How are we doing, Charles, on your end in California? Or is it bad out that way? Can you see us good, or is it glitchy? Let's see what Charles says. I know there's a delay there. So.
Put this off.
Huh. Well, Ashley's going to shut down the secondary computer and see if that makes a difference. Some pretty severe storms out here. So right where we're at right now, it's just overcast and a little cloudy. Yeah. It's been to a lot of people, and generally everywhere. Huh. Well, on my end, I see it's smooth. I have no on the little dashboard here, no issues, but does have to go from a local server out to all the other servers to wherever you guys are at. So, hey, Mythos, are we buffering badly for you, sir?
I'll say I'm not running on our internet, and it seems like it's going just fine. Oh no, we are.
Ashley's checking it out on the phone. I guess it is. I don't know then.
Last time it was the storm that came in.
I mean, about the only other thing I could do is,
You said it's smooth now. Yeah, see, now it's going just fine.
okay. Mythos says it seems smoother now. I think you just got a lot of disruptions in the country with storms, a lot of stuff.
Playing the CCP.
All right. All right.
Yay!
Mythos.
Did you like the little surprise in there, Mythos?
Oh, you put something else in there?
Uh-huh. Didn't you notice something was missing?
Oh, you sent him the baby?
I sent her my baby.
Oh, okay.
Not yours, mine.
Thompson blames the CCP. Why not? Who knows?
Sounds good to me. Blame someone else.
Well, sorry about.
Yeah, we must be having a decent sized storm coming in. Because that's what happened the last time. It was buffering real bad.
Where are we supposed to get what? Well, it was raining just before we started the show, but I don't even know if we're supposed to get another storm tonight because it comes and goes. It comes and goes out here.
Wow, 60s in California?
Yeah, the heat out here. We had a streak, and then we're going to get some more. But it's the humidity that makes it bad for us. So, like, if it's 92 degrees and it's 90% humidity, it's terrible. Yeah. I used to live in California. I lived out in a place called Victorville by Barstow. Yeah, we called it Victimville. But it's by Barstow. So, well, on the way out. So, if you were going to go to Vegas, you go through Victorville, Apple Valley, Hesperia, San Bernardino. And so.
Hey, I lived in the armpit
got
out there. 127
degrees.
I don't miss those days.
Palm Springs used to get hot, like 120, 122.
Yeah. And there's no shade.
We worked for the city of Hesperia, which is next to Victorville. So the city, when you worked, I did asphalt for a while, which is hot enough to begin with on the roads. But it was 117, and that was their cutoff for it being too hot to work. So there were tons of days. It was 110, 109, and you still had to work.
North Dakota should be 90s. Hey, if you're getting 7 anywhere.
But I think what Thompson said is, see, it's weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it's weird. Our vegetables out here, they look like they've been burned with a magnifying glass. And that's not a joke, man.
Yep, all our herbs.
Lots of people are showing you their vegetables out in the sun. It's like, so our garden is not doing so well.
Some things are growing and like overly grown, and then others are barely a couple inches tall and produce.
Some are just dead.
And then so a couple of our pepper plants look like someone took a magnifying glass and let the sun connect to it. Yeah. It's really weird.
Yeah, too cold, too late. So in our gardens growing, like the tomatoes seem to be okay, but other plants, I wonder if we're lagging again, because it's interesting that you guys are there, because it shows the numbers go up and down, back and forth to the same number. There's got to be a lag somewhere.
I don't know, honestly, because I have it running on my phone and it hasn't lagged.
So Charles, pay attention to the sunlight, man. It used to always be yellow. It looks really bright white to me. And I'm like, this stuff burns, man. Things are definitely getting weirder. That's all I can say. and the garden's not doing so good at all, literally. However, all you can do is try, and at least we got something. My grapes haven't produced. I got two grapevines. One's just, I didn't know when I bought it, but it turned out it was just flat out wine grapes and used for like a old school type of wine. But then the regular grapes I had,
Our Concord ones.
yeah, the regular grapes, they're not even producing.
No, which is weird. They're barely turning green.
And I love grapes. I love to go pick them off and eat them. But no, the other vine, Ashley, is not producing grapes at all.
As I said, the other one's not even turning green.
Yeah. No, they are. They're starting to.
Oh, is it starting to?
Yeah. But if you got a breeze coming in, that helps, man. I look forward to that when I'm outside working during the day, because doing maintenance over here, I have had to do a lot of trimming trees, chainsaw, this and that. And if you have, yeah, I don't know, Mr. Thompson. All I know is I grew up with it being yellow and shows it's yellow, but if you go outside and you just even halfway look, it's bright white. It's not yellow no more. So
I'm gonna go grab something to drink.
Grab something to drink? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because I brought you something, but I didn't bring myself something.
I thought you brought your coffee in or something.
No, I was debating on what I wanted.
Everything is weird in California. Yeah, when it goes red, we're in trouble. Remember that song, Black Hole Sun? Yeah. Yeah. Things are different, but it's all good. I mean, that's why we do tabletop games, right? All the natural disasters that people got. I mean, if your house isn't eliminated, then, and you still at least have a place to be, you can always still game. Yeah, Soundgarden. Yeah. Yeah, Charles, it is for sure interesting. You just got to look. But everybody's buried with their faces in their phones looking down. They don't look up. If they looked up, they might learn something. So, other than that, at least we don't have things that suffer. When we had the derecho out here, like many of you guys know, a couple years back, which is an inland hurricane with 140-mile-an-hour sustained winds. It did a ton of devastation. And we went, our particular house, about 9 days without power and stuff. So, I mean, we're used to camping and stuff, so we didn't really freak out about it. A lot of people did. How unprepared people are to go without power even for a day. But we played Warhammer and our tanks games, it kept us going. Yeah. Well, Mr. Thompson, you remember so I'm going to say something. Smartphones, used for gaming. I don't particularly care to game on. I did grow up with Atari and Nintendo and Xbox and all that. So I'd rather game on the TV. But what you're saying about before the internet is kind of funny. Or the smartphones make you dumb. You don't remember anymore. You better remember people's phone numbers. You hit a pay phone, and you always carried some change. Charles. Yeah, but see, they keep warning you about everything you typed about, right? So best thing to do is be prepared for Santa Ana winds out there all the time. Santa Ana winds, and you'd have some electrical issues. But I know in the last few years out there, all these grids shut down winds. I'm like, that was always there. I spent more than half my life in California. So before I moved, but now they got issues with it, and you put a lot of stress on these lines, and you talk to power line guys and realize that some of these parts, they can't get transformers. They can't get them. They're back ordered, Yep. We lived with that derecho. We were very fortunate. You know how all the new stoves, this is gonna sound dumb, but think about this. Most of your stoves have the electronic ignition, right? You plug in your gas stove. So we still had an original stove that that had the standing pilot light for your oven and your burners. Without no power, a lot of people couldn't use their stoves. We had no problem cooking and boiling water because the stove still had the pilot light, so you could just light it. So that was a plus. I know they phased those stoves out, but in an emergency, those are kind of nice to have. So we're able to cook what we did have saved up and help others and whatnot. We had to first borrow a chainsaw to cut our way in to get into the house because the trees and everything had come down everywhere. You couldn't get into the home. And so smartphones, everybody, and that's funny, Mr. Thompson, because smartphones, people are always like, oh, get yourself a charger for in the event the internet goes down, there's an emergency and a grid shutdown, you can get on your phone. Well, why would you need to do that? Your phone wouldn't work, right? Don't go off satellites like people think. GPS is a ground positioning system. It's based on the ground. You're not connected to no satellites. You're connected to towers. That's why you run out of range. So if they don't work, they don't work. It's like ham radios. That's great. Those things won't work either. The only thing that works is a CB. Remember that. Your phone would be absolutely useless. They're always trying to sell you. I think it's a good idea to be prepared for natural disasters. Honestly, I think people assume nothing will ever happen to them, and we've watched that not work. Look at all these states. You've got millions of people in our country, man. Homes are gone, and it's all over. There's a lot of widespread just devastation, and people don't notice it unless they're paying attention. Yeah. No, I like that, Charles. You could use that hunk of plastic as something to prop your table up. So it's just it's an interesting world we live in. So you see, when it comes to gaming, you don't really need. That's why I made that little joke with my Warhammer guys, Necrons by candlelight, and I took a picture because
we did.
Yeah, we were playing Warhammer with candles. Why not? I kind of gave it a gothic feel, anyways. But yeah, Mr. Thompson, there's going to be a lot of lost people for sure. Everything being electronic, that's a big drawback. Like I said before, I used to be able to remember. I had a list stored in my head. Now it's convenient, but it got its own drawbacks. As far as gaming goes on the phone.
What?
Come on. Not really a big fan of gaming on the phone, just because to me the screen's too small.
Thank you.
But I have talked to people who will play Call of Duty on it, and they like it. And I just looked at it one day. I was like, nah, I'd rather, if I'm going to do it, I'll play it on my. I don't want to do it on the cell phone.
You want to be YouTube famous?
Is that it? The dog.
Is that it? You want to be YouTube famous?
Jessie. She's not. Yeah.
And she's like, I'm allowed back here. Yay.
Dora mopes sometimes and just wants in, or sometimes she'll come in and sit on the ground. She's all depressed now. Now look.
Get down. Good girl. Lay down. Lay down. I'm not
So
going to hit you.
where you live then, Matt, it's hard to find. So like your local gaming, does your gaming hobby store, do you have one in the area where you could get people together? It's never too young to teach them. Speaking of BattleTech, I'm just waiting. They confirm
that should be coming out shortly.
They confirmed my address from Kickstarter ago or last week or so.
Yeah, last week.
Just waiting for that to come out. Ooh, you broke your finger? Ouch. That's tough.
I mean, I've broken my toe. I don't know about.
It's hard enough anyways, Mr. Thompson, because look at when you try to type something in. I don't know about you guys.
AI changes it anyway.
It'll just change it to what it thinks that you're saying. That's not what I'm saying, you know. You have a comic store that doesn't allow gaming?
What?
Wow. On the PC, you kind of... Well, wait a minute, Mr. Thompson. Remember that guy that was doing the PC gaming with his toes that didn't have any hands? Remember seeing him years ago? Yep.
We tried PC gaming. I used a controller.
The Kung Fu killed it, I was told. Oh. Type is not easy, Charles. It's not easy that it changes your words either. Like completely alters the structure of what you're trying to say. You're not a special toe guy. We got you. Hold on. That's your OnlyFans, Mr. Thompson? I got to turn this on. It's starting to get stuffy in our room. This room, that you don't see sealed off, basically. You know, like when you seal the windows off.
Computer stuff. Right by.
Yeah. Buy other computer stuff over there. And plus, during the heat or the cold, either way, it keeps it in.
Which I think I got. Oh, no, I think it's okay. I think I sealed it all up pretty good.
Yeah. Oops. For winter, maybe.
Pull it out. Pull the desk out and redo it all.
Well, it's too bad that your place does not allow gaming.
That's so kind of messed up.
We have 2 hobby stores in Cedar Rapids, which we live outside the town in Hiawatha. But you know how that goes. You cross the street. So they're within no more than 15 minutes with Badge. And so the nice thing with them is they have the 6x4 official gaming tables with drink holders around it. Actually, the expensive tables he had made a long time ago. So they do gaming there, and then they have tables. So they'll do a lot of card gaming. There's a lot of Magic the Gathering players. Magic is huge in this area.
Warhammer predominantly is what is played out here.
It's either Magic, right, for the most part. But they have a place, and the other one's even more tables in a bigger strip mall, and they have a lot of room. And I'll tell you what, more than half the time you go to either one, the tables are full.
Always.
So it's too bad that in your area you don't got a game store, and it's beneficial for the game store, the comic book store. Even if they're not selling games, if they allow gamers in there, that's going to just automatically increase their comic book sales because
Turtle Power up in the mall, they have tables for cards.
Yeah.
I'll say we haven't gone over there and really looked, but
yeah, I did if you look with Turtle Power games, they're actually in the mall too. That's the other one.
So technically we have 3.
But they sell all sorts of gaming related stuff. So you might find, for Mario Kart or
They got a bunch of different anime stuff.
All sorts of stuff like that.
They sell manga and all. I mean, it's a little bit of everything.
But they also have an area set up to game. Thompson says his friend that works has a job with a rotating schedule.
Oof.
So you just give up till he retires? Well, that's the problem, right? And Charles made a good point one day. He said, if he's going to be broke, why not just retire and be broke? Why work and be broke? Well, I agree with that. If you're going to be broke, if it's gonna hurt you to retire, but you're not going nowhere and you're never getting ahead, then what's the difference? You may as well just retire. This, Thompson and Charles, we've already looked at and are working towards trying to save to do a Gamers with Coffee gaming convention out this way next year, which isn't really that far away. So we found a place. I gotta check a little bit more, and then I want to get it out. We'll be doing something with that so that we can get something going for next year, like in the spring or something. And I think it'd be fun. I think we got enough gamers in our state that it'll be okay. Okay, Charles. Yeah, Magic the Gathering has always been reignited in the last several years. Kind of like D&D, it's always been there. You always had your core players, but then you had a lot of prompts from actors and film stuff. D&D has really re-exploded. I've seen a lot of stuff for that they never used to have for people who play D&D. Yep, Thompson, that would be rare. It's hard to do the way this system is set up so that you simply work part of the system until you die, and then you're just replaced. Yep. But it's because so much stuff's happening, man. It's like, so where I work, they're pretty lenient on
giving him time off.
Or they're very lenient on, I want to say tenants moving in because he's bringing up a work thing. It's like COVID and all that stuff. That ruined a lot of people, a lot of businesses and whatnot. So basing like they're a good person or not, that makes no sense, not anymore when that stupid thing shut down lots of people's credits and ruined, I don't know, a ton of stuff. See what Charles says there, Mr. Thompson? That's the right mindset. Well, trying to own a home now, super expensive, man. Let it crash. That's how all the rich people make money. They don't buy stuff while it's, high price. They let the market fall. On top of that, you have big corporations. Just do a little bit of reading and you'll see that most of the homes being bought are not bought by individuals. It's giant corporations, two of them predominantly, all the property. So I don't know. Just tell them, buy the mineral rights to never own no home. And your mortgage is just a loan. So stop paying taxes and see what happens if you actually own a home. You didn't, Charles? They changed it to return. I see that. I know that happened, so I know what you meant. So I don't. I just bypass it. It happens to me. It just angers me that I'll trust it to what I'm typing, and then you send it, and it's like, now I have to correct what I sent because that's not what I typed in there. Yeah, it is. It is, Thompson. That's why we try to just kick back and game a little, because really there's so much stress in life and things cost a lot. At least with the games, when you purchase them, you can replay them. And most of your games you're going to be able to play with different scenarios, different outcomes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So around about Siri, where laying there on the ground, and he's in an accident. He's all, Siri, I need, I'm dying. And Siri goes, there's a Starbucks 1.5 miles from you. And he's all, no, I need an ambulance. Starbucks 1.5 miles from you. So it's kind of funny.
I think that's with any of the AI stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. They touted it a big thing. I don't. I've seen a lot of stuff on it. I don't know, man. There's been movies made about it, I guess. They like to kind of tell you what they're doing. So it's quite interesting. So gaming out there. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a gaming store, and I was kind of looking at renting a small place, but it could just be shut down at any time, like with COVID. Look at all the businesses that got shut down. So even if you had a small game store, you couldn't go a month with no revenue. You would just be done.
You couldn't. Yeah, there's absolutely no way.
Let's see. What'd you say, Thompson? Yeah. You got your RPGs, board games, books. Yep. So again, when we had that storm, we were without power, we did play the board games. So we did play like our tanks or Warhammer, and literally you didn't need, because you don't need power for those.
Nope.
So
flashlights.
That's kind of what I like. And like, look at tomorrow, that massive storm that's supposed to hit Texas. Well, it's not so much that it's a category 1, or maybe it's going to be a 2 when it hits, but like 3 days later, it's going to be another one hitting the same area. You never know when you're going to be in a position where you're going to need, make sure you got some supplies.
Yeah, so any of our friends out there, please be safe.
That and the games, it helps offset the stress, because, when you're done, like for us, it was hot that year, humid and muggy down.
Yeah.
You're doing all this work, but you weren't able to go into any air conditioning. You didn't have a refrigerator with, some ice cold water or any of that. So being able to sit down, pardon my voice, and play a game kept some normalcy there for the kids too. So that was pretty cool. It worked out well.
Yep. We had even the.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, Charles. In case you need to do the Walton thing. Yep. So when the kids grow up, if you got an 8-year-old, wow, that's interesting, because when the kids moved, it got really
quiet.
It was, and as a guy, everybody thinks guys are like, oh, great, the kids are out. No, man, don't cry today. Just get up and go to work, because it's weird. Your whole stuff changes. You got a granddaughter coming in. Nice. Have fun with them, man. I have fun with my grandkids.
He was a surprise.
He was a surprise, yeah. Surprise kids. Like, really? Uh-huh. That kind of happens, but that gives you something to do too. Makes all the other kids that have moved out makes that easier too. If you got well, at least it's a good surprise. But anywho, yeah.
Yep, we got pretty much all our kids here up in our trailer court. They've all bought houses here.
Yeah, so that's where we're very fortunate. So where we live,
So
my
you
one
live
son,
somewhere else?
I would sometimes want to. So that's interesting. But Josh, with his granddaughter, which is Maya, if you see my TikTok, I did one that said, everybody asked me what your favorite adventure is. Well, Charles knows that's my favorite.
And you wonder why the oldest goes and says you don't like her anymore.
No, she's busy with her boyfriend.
I know.
So hey, once they get to a certain age,
they don't need grandpa no more.
They do. They want you there in the background, but they're busy, So, yep. And then my other son lives up at the front of the mobile home court. My daughter, with her 3 kids, lives
4.
No, 1, 2, 3.
Ryan.
Ryan. That's Keegan's son.
So
4. They live down at the other end of the street, so a block away.
Yep.
Yeah. So 3 of my 4 kids that moved out live within a minute of my house. And then
we have grandkids over.
Then Ashley lives with me, so if I want to see her, she's right here sometimes. Oh, hi, babe.
I got heavy thing thrown. It might just glitch just at the right time.
Your hand raises, there's a stop frame, and then come back. Ah! Yeah, see, Mac, that's kind of how it is. But the one granddaughter, she's older than the others. She's 13 now.
Yeah,
she
should be 14 in January. Oh wow.
She's was getting jealous of the 2-year-old, and I'm like, but you are busy. You can see me anytime you want. We can go do whatever you want, as long as it's not. Charles, shame on you, man.
Don't want to be with. It's okay, Charles. He don't know what I've done to his figures.
What?
Nothing, honey. You're good.
If I start with the ones I just built, I'll know. Thanks, Charles, for giving her ideas. Yeah. You don't want it on camera like the chair collapsing incident because.
Oh, jeez. So some good news on that one. I'm still looking for one. We got from a company that wants us to test one, so we're waiting back to hear from them. So we'll see.
No, Mr. Thompson, we don't need a moment. Now you're encouraging it along with Charles, so that's okay. Keep laughing. I don't know. Our marriage is kind of dysfunctional, but what is that?
What?
That baby dinosaur I bought you. What are you doing with it? Make him go play with your Tyranids. Oh, shit. Dang. No. So it works for us being dysfunctional. Oh, my ear.
Yeah, these things are supposed to be, they're called fingerlings. But they're little dinosaurs.
Yeah, they don't feel so good. It's different.
They don't come off.
I can't take her to the store anywhere.
Nope, I find dinosaurs everywhere.
Yeah, because you don't want to be, quote, normal or it doesn't work.
No, what is normal?
I don't want to be normal. I've seen those people. I'm okay. I'm good.
Those are the fake ones.
I'd rather just be classified, whatever. So it does keep life interesting anyways. But yeah, getting the kids involved in the games is fun. And you guys is they like Zombicide.
Oh yeah, all the kids
They really
do.
like playing Zombicide. You don't have to twist their arm. Matter of fact, they'll ask about it.
Yeah. They don't want to play their dad's copy because none of the figures are painted.
No, they like to play his too, though.
Oh, I say
But
Aaron
they
always
like-
asks
they like
ours
painted,
because they're painted.
But they like to play his. Keegan's. Well, there's two different. Invader, and he's got the more
Second
like
edition,
second edition.
I believe is what it is.
But long story
The street
short,
ones.
they really like to play
Mhm.
Zombicide. So
Yep.
that and Wings of Glory they used to play with.
Yeah, Jaden used to. We need to try to find Kings and Assassin again.
Yeah, that's a game, Kings and Assassins. That's
We're kind of an interesting.
It's a who you got to be the king and you got to try to escape out of the castle through the courtyard. It sounds kind of basic. It's not.
Yeah, so it's basically like a hide and seek, or I guess kind of, because you have all these different characters around the board. So you have two players. One player controls the king and his guards, and the other one is basically like all these villagers. You draw a random card out of there to see which of the villagers is the assassin. So one player moves one set, one player moves the others, and you got to try to get the king out of there before the assassin comes and takes him. It's actually pretty fun. The grandkids were actually pretty mad at us.
It was from Aries Games makes it.
Contest.
So they sent us a copy and we reviewed it. You can see that on our channel too. And so we thought we'd pay it forward, and then we did a little thing and gave it away. Boy, that upset the grandkids. They didn't know we were giving it away. So actually, it's one of those games that I need to rebuy. Yeah. Charles, what you're doing is being a good man. That's what you're doing. And you know what? You obviously still got love for her. Maybe this time, who knows? See where it goes. Is all I can say. You're not being dysfunctional on that, man. You're letting her know too. Look, see, you're a good man. These other guys, they're leaving, and that's yeah, it'd be hard to put her out on the street. So thumbs up on that, man. I agree. Yeah, it's that's not dysfunctional, man. That's just
you're showing loyalty, is what it is.
Love, concern, lots of good qualities. So actually, more power to you, Charles. And I wouldn't let anybody naysay you on that or whatever. That you made a decision to help her, then you do that.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with you there, Mr. Thompson. That's what I was saying. He's a good man. Good deal.
Yep. Ohana.
Oh, Lilo and Stitch.
Yep. Ohana means family. Right there, you know he has kids or grandchildren. Grown men will not watch Stitch without a child.
Yeah. Well, they know down the road. You're just mumbling stupid or something out, where you're at the stoplight. When it used to be Metallica or something,
Been singing Pink Fluffy Unicorns.
Not really singing it.
With the kids, yes.
Put some ACDC on it. Make you eat those words. Gotta raise your hand. Yeah. Well, that's okay though, because being a parent's a pretty important thing in life. So
it is.
Unfortunately, people today don't seem to take it. You see in the news where they just don't take it seriously. Can you believe we're at a point at the fire stations where you open it up and you drop the baby in there and shut the door like you do a tank at night in a drop box? I'm like, I mean, it's good in one way if people don't want their kid that they can do that and the kid's safe, but it's sad that it's gotten to that point. You know what I mean?
It is. I'd rather see the kids be dropped off. Stuff I've been hearing.
Charles says that they'll have to have more money for games. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have anywhere near as fun.
You would also miss the chaos and all the, because there's times when you're a parent, you're like, geez, I just want 10 minutes to myself or something. But then you realize when that's all gone, it's too much silence, man. Not use baskets in convents anymore, Mr. Thompson. They have a 2-handle drawer that opens up out of the side with the infant in it. You close the door, you push it forward, and inside it senses that there's a baby in there. It rings an alarm for someone to come down and check the box and take the infant out. Yep. Well,
be going on in certain places, but yeah, around here it's the fire stations.
Well, it's what they're doing nationwide with that. I was watching it.
Oh, what is it?
But I mean, it's good. Again, it's good. It's going to drop their kid off. There's a way to do it, but it's sad that people. So we had where we live here is interesting. Is
I want to find that lady.
It was last week that one of the tenants asked me, because I live here. So like, hey, what's all the police doing at so and so's house? Well, way at the end of the park. I'm like, I don't know. I'll find out at some point, but I don't know at the moment. Well, come to find out, a lady from another town, and this is no lie, apparently pulled up, threw her 8-year-old son, 6-year-old daughter out, who she had a trach in her throat, and she had a bad cleft jaw, obviously had some medical conditions, told them she did not want them anymore.
And left them in our trailer park.
And left them there and stated she was going to Colorado. And heard kids crying in front of one of our new homes. And I went out to check on it. This is what the children told him. So he had to, call the police. That's what they're for. So what, you're just a parent. I'm just going to drop my kids off. And that's what she did. She just told him she didn't want them no more. And she was going to go to Colorado. So I hope they got her. Hey, Jeff, how are you doing, sir? I know you're thinking, walked into a...
Yeah, this therapy session is too much.
We're talking about kids, yeah.
Talk about families.
It's sad, but better than it's true. So what have you been up to, Jeff? Mr. Thompson, you should look at Hexy's channel there. Hex to Hex.
Hexy?
Yeah, short for sexy. It's Hexy. Jeff knows there's no chance with me. It's just me and you. But I can call him Hexy.
If he gives you enough cardboard, you might.
You got Players Block at the moment. Actually, Players Block, wherever. I think Jeff, honestly, in my opinion, because you get to a point where you got to take a break and it kind of clears your mind, more focused. So that's good.
Hey, set up 3 different games.
3. That's a lot of games to set up at one time, Jeff. You do I really enjoy watching your channel for your background on all the units and stuff. So I mean, I would just try 1 at a time. 3 is a lot, right? So
But that's how his brain works. We can barely get through one game.
yes, yep, you're way superior on that than we are. But the block thing works for you in the long run because it forces you to step back and go, let me take a break for a day or something or two, and
That's why he has
catch your
3
breath.
games.
Yeah. And yeah, the hex maps, there is something about them that's cool, man. There's just something that's cool about them. You're not the only one, Jeff, on the motivation, man. There's
That game's
times
still sitting here.
we've tried
Tried
all
numerous times.
damn week to get Oak and Iron going. All week. And
We got it set up and figure out who was going first, and that was as far as we got.
That's as far as we got. Well, and just too many things come up. But then there's times where I think your problem is, because here's one of my problems. I'll sit down and go, okay, I have about 30 minutes or an hour, but I've got all this stuff I've got to do. Where do I start? And it becomes overwhelming to where you're like, I want to start one thing over the other because I don't have time to see it through to a point where I would want to stop. Ow! Damn it, woman. That thing's smart. What are you doing? Breathe, Ashley. Anyways, well, at least my ear's not blue. Sharp teeth on that stupid dinosaur. I don't know, Jeff. I can't remember. Do you?
I don't think I've ever seen a naval on his.
The only 2 naval games, I guess that'd be no. Well, hello, sir. Stop it! God dang. Now, don't get me to cuss on my show.
Don't hurt Blue.
Ow. Those things, those hurt. She keeps clipping the dinosaurs to my ear. Now I just sound like I was Smith. She just been Smith. See what you walked in. Shut the door and walk away before you lose any more brain cells. Geez, I thought I saw movement. So you see Jurassic Park and you live with her. Whoa, movement.
What the hell?
Okay, Charles
What?
says
He's literally holding his hand like this.
he's got 3 maps on his table. You're just trying to play one game at a time. Yep. We just are going to do one game at a time. I got the secondary room. I honestly have been talking. I've mentioned it to Jeff so he knows, but I want to get a secondary table set up with a hex game. You can literally.
It just sits there and not get played.
Oh boy, you're just full of whatever tonight. No, stop it.
Yeah. I missed that
Why
one.
are you so goofy?
I don't know. Lack of sleep.
Put the dinosaur away.
No.
Anyways, I was wanting to do that so me and Keegan could trade off on some more of that game there, Jeff. But unfortunately, they changed his work schedule now, so now he don't get home till like between 7 and 7:30 at night. So even though he lives down the street, literally 60 seconds, like 5 houses down, I mean, I can walk to his house or whatever. The goal was to keep one table where it was hex and counter game, and we just took turns and kind of made notes as we went, and then leave this table for the other miniatures and whatnot, and take it from there. But it's just constant disruption. So at some point it'll straighten out.
What the hell, Charles?
What I like is when people come in and like on Twitch, they come in and they go, "Oh, what did I walk into? I'm not sure," and then they leave.
But I wasn't hurting him, so it's not
No,
abuse.
it did hurt a little bit.
The dinosaurs bit you, not me.
Well, thank God. That's a different show. But I don't think you're just gonna. That's psychological. Put it back. Oh, you have all the computer ones?
Peter, what? Next encounters? Oh, wow,
Look
Matt.
at my eyes. I feel safe. I'm out. Oh, you pull the hair on my arm. God. Well, you guys, somebody, I don't know what. You're going to choke on that. Don't, man, spit coffee all over the place or something.
I'm good.
I don't know, Mythos. I don't know what she ate today, but you just look all. It was a silent cry for help. You know. Are you done now?
No.
Are you done? Because anytime I hear you move, it's starting to make me nervous. So yeah,
Now everyone's gonna wait and see what happens.
you need to get some sleep.
Yeah,
Please.
I do.
Oh, Mythos, I asked Telemachus if I could spend more of his money. He said his wallet was empty. So
Hey, you spent it already.
yeah, we haven't really bought anything new in a while. And so, tell you about Zombicide. Is this a minis game and a board game? It is a combo. You got miniatures, so you want to grab a couple of zombies. It's a board game. So
Just got my baby.
you set your boards up, maps in different sections of a town. You're gonna have all sorts of different zombies. And
You want me to grab boards or?
you can just grab the box and we'll show them some of what's in the box. I'll show you. It'll give us something to show you. Or like that there.
That's just the promotion box.
That's fine. You can show them some of that. So this is typical of here. I'll pull up this other camera and see what's in the box. Everybody else knows. Add this other camera here. There we go. And
Drive it over to the video or thing.
it's right here.
Okay, click. It's on. Nope, the other one.
Yeah, there we go. So we'll switch it out. This is Zombicide Invader. It's a pretty thick box.
This is the Black Ops box, but
Where's the cards?
Yeah.
So you got your instruction booklet. Not bad. Easy. There's your
these
map.
are extra pieces to the main map, but they line up.
And your goal is to survive. Like the zombies coming after you. There's different.
So this
missions.
one's like outer space pyramid. So this is all your outer space part. You have to get oxygen. I don't think there's station ones. Yeah, there's no station on these. So those are all in the actual invader box.
And then here's some miniatures. You got like a dashboard, that great thing, the dashboard. Keeps track of your health and whatnot.
So you get these cards,
There you go. It has your attributes.
and they go on that. Each card will match up with
Don't move it too fast trying to show it.
a character.
Where did my... It's a game for Iowa only. It's like zombies in the sense that you're going to put that board together depending on the mission. Those trays
It's
keep
how you
track
keep track of your kills.
your items and how many you kill increases from
The
one level.
difficulty of the zombies.
The more you take out, the more harder the game gets. And basically you're just
it says 12 people.
yeah.
So
It's because you can have one for each miniature that comes in the box.
there's one of the
Abominations.
abominations. This whole box I kept kind of dark because they kind of look like Black Ops kind of guys. So all the zombies are all bloody. I took Warhammer or Citadel paints. That's
Slow down,
the
we
blood of
return
the
to
blood
that.
god. So
Yeah, you can see on the channel we've got Zombicide stuff. Likes the game. Mini Warmutt that started us on it, and I don't know all the characters in
what?
World of Warcraft, but a lot of these from other games somewhat. Pretty good set for getting going. And then since this is when you get outside the airlocks, first you have to collect oxygen or you can't go outside. Also, some of your weapons don't function outside. Nope. Theoretically in space it wouldn't work. So it's a very interesting one. They also have one that's old Western theme. And the other one.
I'm gonna do it correctly.
Drop it.
Yeah. The main box. And this is the plague game.
Pull the camera up a little more. So you can get characters. Now these are all actually.
Yep, all these are painted.
Don't come like that.
You know when I wrote it on it.
Make sure she would. They do well. They're kind of orgs, I guess. So and they're zombie aliens, zombie people.
There's an orphan gang. Picking them up because they wanted to be adopted. Bad. But each group has their own abilities. These are all the extra Xenos.
But what's interesting too, see how they all sit in there? The cases when you buy them are preformed, so the figures set where they're supposed to set. So it's not like you can slow up, you can put them in the wrong spot. Now that's just the invaders. There's different, genres of it. So those guys are nasty.
Flingers. Yep.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. When we went to that March to Victory in March, we had a table where Ashley just sat that up and demonstrated that, and people that heard about it that never got a chance to play got to sit down and play.
Yep,
so
our daughter even got involved with it, which I was happy about that. Her grandson was the last one to stay alive.
That's because he plays it a lot at home. Not what you're doing.
Yeah, here's our little tag. Forgot that was in there. Save that.
Oh yeah, session from March to Victory shows we're playing Zombicide at time. It's backwards on the camera, but yeah. Save that. That's like from what we did.
I have our data tags. But here's your rule book.
They're pretty simple rules.
Yeah, it's a pretty thick book.
Yeah, because you got missions in there too.
You got missions. It explains how to do everything. There's how to kill Here's a mission. The actual not juggernauts, abominations. So I don't know if you can see, but the oxygens are right here. An oxygen. So, but yep. There's
You
like a
gotta
summary.
survive long enough to get to them.
Yeah, some of the missions you have to all survivors get all the objectives plus milk. There we go. O2. So this is all outside.
The maps are both sides too.
Yep, they're
It's pretty
double-sided.
thick cardboard. It's not cheesy. About a 1/4 inch thick. So you
But it's
got
all like ships or
yeah, multiple different maps and configurations, and so one of these times, Mr. Ted, if you want, because Minnie Warma me have been talking, he wants to do another game. If you want to jump on the game and you can get on a laptop or something, you can play with us. Since you don't got nobody in your area, you're more than welcome to.
so
Usually,
guns.
oh yeah, you got all sorts of equipment you can draw from.
Extra ammo, health. In this deck, also you have to have other cards that basically, if you draw it, it pulls out the zombies. There's the original abomination.
That's a different one.
That's a different one. This is the spoiled abomination. Spoiled. But yeah. So in this box you get all that plus more zombies down at the bottom.
Yeah, that's inside the box.
So, and all these guys are completely painted.
So when you buy Zombicide, that box she's got is inside this other box,
With the maps
main
and all
box
that.
with the map. So I mean, even if you just wanted the figures, like you're getting more than your money worth in figures.
Yeah, because here's all the clip outs. There's your spoilers. Or your
Spores.
spore molds. Or dice.
That's one thing we all have. Way more dice than we'd ever gonna
Yeah.
use in our entire life.
Pretty much.
So Jeff is right there, Mr. Thompson. It's pretty fun. But the invitation's there for you if
Yep.
you ever want.
Honestly, if anyone wants to, let us know. We'll set up a game where we'll do it up on our table and you just tell us where you want to move your character. We've done that before.
You love horror survival settings. Well, of course you do. You're married. So, you tell the world you like to be able to survive. You're okay back there, babe. I was just joking. Being married to you is like living on a rainbow, as long as I don't slide and fall off. Oh, what did you just throw at me? Nice. One can never have too many dice. Well, that depends. But yeah. So yeah, there you go.
Here, give me that dice back.
That goes back in our stuff.
That's part of our game.
So yeah, it's a fun time. It's a real good time.
I like it.
So it incorporates a little bit of both worlds, and
But I like zombies so much that in my Amazon cart, there's about 5 Resident Evil games.
it better stay in the cart. I don't have that kind of money. What do you buy one Citadel figure? Now you think you can afford all of them? Huh?
Well, you started me on Bones, not Citadel.
I know.
You're the dumbass that bought me the freaking Death Guard.
It is my fault. I got her into doing a lot of this stuff.
He's like, oh, you probably come pick a character to paint. End up picking a giant bear because I'm obsessed with bears too.
And it went from there.
Yep. Now it's downfall.
Now she'll open up the boxes and take the sprues out and just snip and inhale a big old whiff.
Oh, like you do with the cardboard?
Sometimes. welcome to our dysfunctional show again. It's probably never going to be normal, so we'll just have. But we were just showing Mr. Thompson here the Zombicide. So Zombicide's pretty fun, pretty good. There, I can take that out. Welcome to watch there, sir. I don't have a way to contact you, but you have to.
Why is it so blown up?
Because it's that other. Are you trying to make it smaller? You can try that.
Maximize.
There. That makes it a little different. So.
I'm like, why is it so blown up?
So yeah, you can watch. I don't know if you're in our group Gamers with Coffee on Facebook. We usually post there if we're going to do something too. And nerds, you're also more than welcome to play too. Anybody in the chat is, anytime. And that's how they gave us technology and we try to use it to hang out and have a fun time. So that's what we do. We get together and we'll live stream the game. Jeff knows he's played it.
Hey, we get another one, babe.
Yeah, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the minis are being thrown down tonight. Yeah, I like that, Telemachus. That's correct.
I didn't throw no minis.
You threw a dice. But
That's not a mini, though.
I think he's just talking about, in general, throwing down some games.
We also Marvel guys up.
We do roll a game on. The problem is, we got things we got to do. We just have to try to.
I know we did a
structure more. Yeah, we've done the Zombicide thing.
Can we do it as a live?
On Brian's channel, might be there too. But Mr. Thompson, Telemachus is cool. He has a gaming bunker, I guess, just stocked with steaks and cold drinks and Solitude, I guess some sort of surround sound system. So he games in big time style. We're just in the kids' old room that we converted. Because they like games, we left all the spray painting from their video games they had up. So trying to beat the filters. Only in your mind, Telemachus? Come on. I heard you the one day you said you're running into the bunker because shots were if you've got a man cave. I don't have one of those. I want one. Mini Warmut has one for sure. But so there you go. What are you looking for, Ash?
I'm trying to see if I can find our video, but it's not popping up.
Well, there's like 570 something videos we have up. You'd have to, I don't know how far back it is. But yeah, Zombicide's fun time, man. And with technology, you can have multiple people playing all across the country, and just one person is moving the figures around. Maybe Warmut does very good on that. He'll set it up. He's really knowledgeable about the game, so he'll move the figures around.
Yep, you just tell him which way you want it.
He also plays too, yeah. So
yeah, the last one we threw down, Jeff was in there, Chris, me, you, and Brian Murray. So we had 6 people playing, but we have enough to play 12 people. So actually enough to play more than that, but
the email service you email, you could send us if you ever need to send us an email, it's just gamerswithcoffee@gmail.com.
Okay, what did I miss?
Oh, Telemachus, I said he has a bunker, right? A gaming bunker. He said, no, just a shoebox.
Okay.
Hey, at least the shoebox is being used for good. That domain. What?
I'm confused.
Okay, and I'm not sure what you're talking about now, Mac. So no, I don't know. The only email service Google runs I thought was your email.
Oh, his email. Okay. Scott. What is it? Scotty.
Oh, okay. So I gotcha. Put it together. ScottishGuard@gmail.com. Okay. Hold on.
Hold on. Let me write it down. Yeah, where's my freaking bear pit?
Just a second. Your bear pen.
Yes, my bear pit. There it is. Over here where I left it. That I jacked from the grandchild.
There you go. Now you can write it down. Here. There you go, Mac. Got it in there. Oh, did I spell it wrong? I tried to just send you a text. Yeah, Telemachus, the filters are getting ridiculously stupid. You can't hardly type things, or wrong way it dings you.
Well, no, I'll try to send him one.
No, right here. Did that spell right or no? Dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to resend you one here. I think I got that correct. So, because I had a small G, we'll try it that way. No.
Alright, just close that. Let me see.
For some reason, it's not letting me send it. It says that doesn't work. Is that ScottishGuard@gmail.com? Okay, hold on. One more time.
Hold on, I'm getting it.
No, I think I got it right now, Ash. Hold on. There we go. There we go. I got it.
Did it finally go?
Yep. There. Now it should go through.
Yep.
Why was that word blocked, Telemachus? That's stupid. Thompson, you should get a test email. I don't know. I can only say that a lot of the stuff gets filtered for, because they allow us to set some keywords, but I'll tell you right now, the keywords that I've blocked from the chat are things you would never call your mom. You know what I mean? F words, certain curse words, like 5 or 6 words is about all I got blocked. And they're absolutely bad, offensive words. So I didn't want those in the chat. I don't know. I don't know why it would block man space shoebox. I don't know. What if people wanted to buy men's shoes? Right? Don't they come in a shoebox? See? But yeah, I did that to Mini Wormut too. He said when he tried typing some things in, it was blocking. It's happened to me on YouTube, on other lives. You go to say something, and there's literally nothing wrong with what you're saying. It's taken that way. Like our infamous episode we had on TikTok.
Yeah.
Where Ashley was talking about, what's in a war game? What happens to each side? It's the K word, right? Each other. And she said that, and it banned us for 10 days for bullying and hate speech because we were talking about Warhammer, the game. So You just got to watch it. I mean, I have no idea. I had to appeal it. I'm like, I told him, my response was, your AI is stupid. Please watch the show with the human being.
Yeah.
When I did that, then they undid it.
Yep.
Monty Python references. Well, see, it let you say that. That other platform I just mentioned, boy, you could put all sorts of terribly bad, dirty things up. But if you talk about facts or anything, that's just censored right off the bat. So it's kind of, I don't know. They got to fix their stuff because it assumes something that's not there, and then it makes a decision. Well, I don't think Mr. Thompson, they can handle Monty Python. Could you imagine anybody going back and watching Archie Bunker or The Jeffersons or Mel's Dark, any of these shows that were on? I mean, they would truly fall over. They would be hurt and wouldn't be able to continue forward. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm sorry, Telemachus. Just got to keep trying. That is for sure exactly correct. So, we try to be careful with what we say or do, just because normal gaming talk can be taken wrong, especially if you're doing historical gaming.
Oh yeah.
You know, talking to one guy, and I mean things that happened in World War II. Just no safe spaces at all in the family. No, there were no safe spaces. You're right. So you have to be careful with some of the historical stuff too, because they will censor that in the sense that you're talking about things they don't want talked about, or it might offend somebody. Oh yeah, to them, because you know what? It's funny they spent all that money, and it's terrible. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to save costs on employing people. So they spend way more than it costs to hire people to try to develop something. Again, way more than keeping the people there to test it, do all this other stuff. Then when they put it out, it doesn't work. And in the end, they have to have a human being look at it. Oh, it's easy to get suspended on Twitter. Mr. Thompson, I don't even have a Twitter account. I would not have one for reasons just like that. It's nefarious for that. I don't even know why people use it anymore. And a lot of people don't anymore. So
I miss Facebook or MySpace. You didn't get kicked off that at all.
MySpace, yeah.
Yeah.
Before Facebook.
It was right before Facebook.
You got permabanned 4 years ago for saying a word like that. Facebook, yeah. Facebook, if I didn't have our Gamers with Coffee group there,
I wouldn't even be on it.
we wouldn't bother with it. It's just
nothing but drama now.
It's just people should be able to have a conversation. Like,
yeah,
I should be able to have a conversation with any one of you guys, and if you don't like what I'm saying or you don't, neither one of us should be mad. We should just both have a talk. Oh, hey, that's your idea. Okay, it's good. And at the end of the day, you walk away friends. But you can't sit down with anybody anymore and have what they used to call debates, So now if you say the wrong thing, and a lot of their stuff that they send to censor, it depends on the person's perspective too. So it's just a big mess to me, Telemachus, and it cost them a ton of money. And it's, what do you do then? It's just way too much. Too much money. They just need regular common sense individuals. They should spend the money on screening people that they hire that have an understanding of the world of what's real and what's not real, and what's, so that not every single thing you say is subjected to being put to the test. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be about, right? Differences of opinion. So, just like games, I mean, that's what I like about gaming. Most gamers you talk to, people are passionate about their games, but yeah, almost everybody loves the games that they play. They're willing to share. They want to talk to you. You don't get, I mean, I've never once been slammed for playing the games I do. Um, don't really, I mean, I've heard there's gatekeepers out there, I'm sure, everywhere, but most of them are not. That's what I like about gaming as a hobby.
I mean, like with any of our games, if we do something wrong and someone's played it more than what we have, correct us.
Yeah.
We have no problems with that.
Well, that's how you learn. So
Mhm.
if we do something wrong and someone knows better, then we want to know. Maybe it's been a couple times a few people have come across really obnoxious and some comments here and there on, on the videos here or there. But it's maybe been a handful of times out of
What, 6 years we've been doing it?
yeah. So it's pretty rare. Um, but still, when we get on here and we talk, like this is being broadcast over to Twitch also.
And Facebook, because I
and
sent
Facebook.
it over there as well.
So I've got to be careful what I say. Otherwise, we don't want to lose the hard work we put into what we're doing.
Yep, we're finally up to almost 750 people.
Are we already?
Yeah.
Oh, it's taking a while. That's nice. The last I looked at
748.
Oh, we gained about 100 people in a month.
Almost.
Oh wow. Okay, well, that's cool. But yeah, this is crazy. Crazy. So I said, you guys, that we don't want to be quote normal. Yeah. Yep, that's for sure. Well, I don't know, you guys. I mean, may as well try to have some fun. The world is just way too serious. There's so much bad going on, so many terrible things that our philosophy is kind of like love your family and your friends. That's most important, your family. And enjoy a little bit of fun Gaming's pretty nice because, it doesn't matter what your background is, what your politics are, what your religion are, whatever. None of it matters. And we treat each other nicely. And that's what I really like. It's the AI, Telemachus. Well, it's possible that Steam is doing it, but people have told flat out in our shows that are just on YouTube that it's doing it. And I know it's happened to Mini Warmutt. He's multiple times tried to say something. And of course, Mini Warmutt and Ashley, if you guys, most but they go back and forth and just do SmackDown, friendly SmackDown. And it's all.
Who, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mini Warmutt. So, but
I'll smack down with you.
Yeah. Send dinosaurs to bite my ears.
Aww.
See? Type it backwards. Put it in code. You know what? That might confuse it. We should all just agree to go off the old Morse code. We'll have our own little sheets we can look at, and we can back and forth. That'd probably really mess. God, wait in the middle of my conversation. I kind of smarted that. Yeah, something like that.
Oh, pig Latin. I can never speak it, but I could understand it just fine. Were you ever able to speak pig Latin, babe?
No. I don't think so. Speak something.
I never could. I can always understood it.
Figure out what you were saying most time over the years. I could probably. That's what you get for Jurassic Park Army after me.
It's not enough for it.
Jurassic Park. Another movie too. I haven't seen the last several, but
I don't think they're making another one. I've seen all of them. Jurassic World. I've seen both of them.
Oh, that's a smart move, Mr. Thompson. I got you. It works. Yep. Well, it's truly a sad world when we have to talk about games and try to put it in code. Wait a minute. They've been preparing us, Games Workshop, because they've been giving us codexes.
Oh my God.
What? So we should know. We need our own codex. The Gamers with Coffee codex. You know, we would just something. Oh, they let you put that through. I'll be damned. Are we Gen X? I don't know what generation I'm from. I don't know if I want to claim
You
any
would
generation.
be Gen X.
Gen X.
Yeah, because I'm a
I
millennial.
don't know. A millennium or
Yeah.
millennial?
Millennial.
Like the Falcon. Get that. Put that away.
No.
I didn't pinch me.
No. That one has a really heavy.
Maybe you'll get lucky and they'll ban you. Well, look at it this way, Telemachus. If they do, it just gives you more time to game, right? I mean, in the long run, whatever they do with this whole awesome. I don't know.
You're Gen X, 65 to 80.
It's not me.
Year 1965 to
I'm not
1980.
65 years old, not yet. I don't. The reason is these categorizations of people for what you're. I kind of just go off of who I run across. I don't really know, but there you go. The year, yep, Mr. Thompson. I was like, wait a minute. If we're gonna be 65 to 80, I'm not in that one. If I am, then AARP has screwed up and not sent me my.
You've been getting them.
Since I'm about 40, Ashley. That's why they send you some.
I'm not 40 yet.
And they still send it to you.
I'm not 40 yet.
Lowered it from being retired to way down for more customers. You're Gen A? Oh, you've seen. Hello, Gen A. How are you? No? Isn't that what he means? That's Telemachus' stage name, Gen A. That's what I'm going to do from now on out, Telemachus. I'll say.
You just screwed yourself.
Why?
Not you.
Who? Oh, Telemachus?
Yeah.
That's okay. The alphabet doesn't travel that far back in time. Yeah. I just have fun with people. Hey, Grandpa, do you know how these tablets work?
Oh my God.
I told my granddaughter, I said, I don't know, honey. The one I had used to have a hammer and a chisel, and we chipped it into stone. Of course, we've got, we're doing this.
Isn't Gen Alpha the newest ones that were born in like 2020, basically, and up?
Gen Alpha?
Yeah.
Why? Why are they doing
Because they think they're cool.
Said I'm gonna go with your line of reasoning, Charles, even though you encourage Ashley to do me harm. Yeah, I guess I don't pay attention to the groupings. I just don't. But that's okay. Not all of us fit in groups. But that is how it is these days. Oh, Lord. I don't know. So, all right, you guys. I don't know. We could go ahead and wrap it up, Ashley.
So, let's see.
What are you looking at?
Traditionals are 1945. Boomers are 46 to 64. Gen X is 65 to 76. Millennials are 77 to 97. Gen 2020 is what that says, but I don't think that's right. Oh, it's Gen Z.
Gen Z
is 89 to 2020, and then 2020 up is Gen Alpha.
So I'm not gonna remember all that. You like the 52 groups you're in? There you go. Oh.
So, yep, we can end it. I mean, it's getting on close to.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and call it an evening, you guys, and we appreciate you coming by, saying hi.
Yeah.
Next time, Mr. Thompson, we'll email you if you want to do that. It changes every year. He says.
Pretty much.
They're gonna mix it up. All right, Telemachus, thank you, and Charles, you're not crazy. Thank you, Nerds Nerd, if you're still out there, and Jeff, and all you and Mythos that have stopped by. We appreciate it, and keep gaming, have fun, and we'll see you next time. I guess. I think. There we go.
Bye, guys.